My mind tends to dwell on missteps. Past mistakes, things I said or didn't say, rather than on the things above. It almost seems like a record with a scratch in it. Since thoughts shape our actions and our outlook, I'd like to change that. David shows me how. Lord, guide my thoughts to you.
Psalm 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer.
My thoughts rarely wander aimlessly. They circle. They linger. Like an old vinyl record with a scratch, they return to the same places, often without my permission. That is why David's prayer in Psalm 19 feels so incisive. He asks God to attend not only to what leaves his mouth, but to what occupies his heart in the quiet moments when no one else is listening. When David speaks of the meditations of his heart, I hear more than intentional reflection. I hear the idea of mulling, chewing, turning something over again and again. And when I am honest, much of what I mull over is not said on things above. My mind gravitates toward old conversations, imagined corrections, unresolved tensions, and quiet anxieties about how I am perceived. I replay failures. I rehearse defenses. I nurture worries that never seem to resolve anything. What strikes me is that David does not separate his inner life from his devotion to God. He understands that unchecked thoughts shape spoken words, attitudes, and actions. If my meditations are anchored in fear, regret, or self-focus, my speech will eventually reflect that. Even silence can carry the weight of misplaced attention. Psalm 19 as a whole celebrates God's revelation, both in creation and in his law. David ends by asking that his inner responses to that revelation would be pleasing to God. He wants his mind oriented toward the Lord, who is his rock and his redeemer. That language matters. A rock is stable. A redeemer rescues. Fixing my thoughts on who God is and what he has done begins to loosen the grip of thoughts that spiral inward. This prayer reframes spiritual discipline for me. It is not only about filtering words or managing behavior. It is about inviting God into the unseen loops of my thinking. I need help redirecting what I dwell on toward truth, grace, and hope. So I pray with David, Lord, take hold of what I mull over. Lift my thoughts toward you until even my quiet meditations are shaped by your presence and pleasing in your sight.